You've turned on to Rykerroad.
Tonight we have something as far as like going through that summer jam, if you will, or something like that. And I got a hold of a couple people, Real and Aunt Chrissy, and I blindly asked them what song. Give me a couple songs from Bone because you kind of wanted to go through them, and they had one song that matched, and it was this one, No Surrender.
Yes.
Now I will say, guys, we were having a hard time. He was trying to like fit it with Google and with the lyrics. It was kind of hard. This lyric video, I found it does have a couple of mess ups, but it's for the most part, it's pretty clean as far as like what they're saying. So hopefully you enjoy this, man.
Well, I got to say this is that the only song I know for a fact by them and not by heart, or like if somebody were to put a gun to my head and say, you know, what's the first line of the first verse? Could not tell you, but I do know First of the Month. Like that is just an iconic chorus that I've heard my entire life. And to know that that's Bone Thugs and Harmony, it made me think, okay, well, knowing that I love multiple layers of voices as we both do, that's something that when we would share music with each other before we started reacting, that's what we would try to find for each other, are these clean vocals or like, you know, these really good harmonizations. Mom, you know, grew up doing, quartets and stuff with grandma and, you know, friends and stuff. We just grew up around it. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. So yeah, I think we should just dive in.
All right. And I will let you know that in my opinion and a lot of people's opinion, Bone, when they first came out, they were just fire and savage right out the gate.
All right.
In every album. So
cool.
All right, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
Welcome back, you music junkies. I'm Eric. I'm the hip hop head.
I'm Kyle. I'm the metalhead.
And we're brothers that react to shit, so let's do that. Tonight we have Bone Thugs and Harmony, No Surrender with lyrics for Kyle. Let's get into this.
Let's do it.
So many memories, dude.
My nigga just under your business, so can I get a witness? Can you the fuck better to get this? Gonna get my shit and then you fucked up.
Yes. 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 Okay. All right. It's got that nasty.
Just under your business, so can I get a witness? Can you the fuck better to get this? Gonna get my shit and then you fucked up. They buck their bang. Niggas ain't talking about them things. Thugs, mine, swine with a good time clank. Come again now, they drop down. When I'm off the block, fuck them cops, making crazy. Gotta do the on your daily. Gotta get them up to the clock, so I can serve me drugs and maintain to the brain. And stuff remain the slight thing.
Okay, all right, a couple of things. One, I love just the inflection in the words. I love how this is done, and this is hitting my San Andreas. Just, just oh my God, I love. When I think of rap, this is what I honestly like. This is what my mind goes to because,
let's go.
Like when I was a kid, like, you know, the few times that I would either be in a car with you or would walk into your room uninvited or like whatever with your, you know, stuff.
Get the fuck out!
Right, and rightfully so. I was a hellion. It was terrible. No, but we were goblins. No, it's interesting just because this is the sound that I enjoy when it shows up in rap. Clearly, I enjoy many forms of rap and hip hop, but it's taking me back to that gospel thing, like the very first thing we ever listened to. That was just such a it's just awesome. So
you're liking it?
This is awesome. I'm really hoping you guys dig this because whether or not it's on the channel or on my own, Bone Thugs is something that I definitely want to go through. So yeah, is that the proper way to refer to them? Is it Bone or is it how do you?
You can call them Bone Thugs. You can whatever. Like
I don't want to make anybody angry. So
people call them Thugs and Harmony and stuff. Like it don't matter.
How about Thugs?
But then you might not know who we're taking. I mean, you could, but yeah.
Let's get this.
All right.
That one.
All right.
When I'm off the block, fuck them cops, making crazy. Better do the on your daily. Gotta get them up to the clock, so I can serve me drugs and maintain to the brain. And stuff remain the slight things. Won't live the dope game. And then we'll ninja. As long as my niggas remember, never tender. Get ran up off the clear, nigga, fucking no surrender.
And it was get ran up off the Claire. St. Clair was where they were off of. That's why I said I know there was at least one mess up.
Yeah. Dude, I love those. Oh.
That's why I'm tripping, bloody victim, get him when the time calls, dog. Take 211, better dugging on these niggas, wells involved. Fuck with the hoes and come to po-pos. Nigga, done pit, they pick me. Me got the fleece and get my creep on. Bone, get gone, hit it on tire, mess the gas and dash on. Just body, movement, body, hitting them cuts and trails. Running like we lunatics. Gotta make it back to Hazeldale, it's shaping and looting the chase. Fucking me gay, some nigga remember me killer. Me no surrender.
Me Killer is another song that they have too, so it's kind of a
call back and
sort of. I think they made it after, but yeah.
What's awesome about this is that this hook is so simple. And I know we just reacted to No, depending on when these things come out.
Yeah.
I have sometimes an issue with chanting and stuff in choruses unless if it's like done very tastefully. But what I like about this is that it almost kind of feels like the chorus is automated. It's got this inhuman kind of sound to it with like the digitizing and almost the robot voice on top of it. Like, I'm a sucker for any kind of voice that is going to be altered. And again, I don't look at that as, oh, the vocalist isn't doing their job. It's like, no, this is an artistic choice.
Correct.
If you're going to throw auto-tune on for a second, or if you're going to have it be for a chorus, or if you're going to do anything to it.
They're really good about that.
Yeah, see, and that's the stuff that I dig, is that I think that, I don't know what these guys are like live, but I would imagine that that's when the hook is going on. Maybe some of them are on the mic, but probably they're just vibing on stage and just having a good time. Like,
I will say I've seen them live a few times, and I don't know if it's just because they were a little older at that point, but it's been the last couple of years. But they do have a backtracking to them, they do still have live mics,
right? Correct.
So it's like, dude, this is hard to keep up. Like, they're fast all the time.
Yeah,
like,
for what the chorus or the hook, quote unquote, lacks, they make up for in the verses, because it's just. This, and again, it's the beauty of how they make things rhyme, because it's one of the things that really kind of almost makes me see an amateur artist is when they try to make things rhyme and it's hokey or it's corny and it just doesn't fit. Like, there's this beautiful thing that happens in rap is it's like essentially like almost like another version of slam poetry, where it's like, nah, dude, like, you're being engaged with every syllable, with every cadence, with every word that's being said. And that's what I really like about this so far. So yeah, this is awesome. So,
all right. Well, let's get back into this.
Let's do it.
All right. Wishbone's up next, and he murders this.
One day I'll learn all their names. Don't worry.
And then I'm coming to that funeral to shoot that bitch up. Because I know that's where your bitch is bound to meet up. Cop killers all over that chest line. I know what to do with that best man. 22 shots, I kill her. You don't wanna fuck with Bone, nigga. And it really ain't shit to pull the trigger on a copper. Cause if I go down, some of y'all going down, cause I'm going down Papa. And some motherfucker gon' cop us. Let me catch a slipping nigga, bet I pop ya. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh, this is everybody's favorite part, right?
Pop, 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 pop.
So imagine the whole crowd just doing their thing. Yeah.
And what's weird is, so like I said, Wish killed this one. A lot of people are like, this is one of his hardest verses ever. I disagree. Oh, well, it is, but he's got other hard verses. But it's weird that they weirdly almost like outshine each other in a good way on every song. Like, somebody's always, I feel like, maybe the strongest.
Okay. Yeah.
But they kind of share that light on a different song. So,
well, it almost kind of has that Avengers mentality where it's like, no, it's not a Tony Stark movie. It's not a Thor movie. It's the Avengers. It's like this. I mean, granted, this is one song. You're talking about a full album, but I think that that's very important, because, there was a long time, like, when I would listen to Polyphia, I'm like, man, it's just Tim, soloing and doing stuff. But yet, when I paid attention more, I'm like, no, Scotty got to shine a lot through this. Yeah. It's like, it's that type of deal where it's like, no, like, I think everybody has a role, and sometimes it's better for the soft singer to take a back seat for a little bit and just be like, nah, dude, go up there and spit some bars. Now the next song, I'm going to panty drop everybody.
Exactly. So I really, that was no disrespect to anybody watching. Like, they really did a good role on, like, everybody got to shine all the time in different ways. So, okay. All right. Let's get back into it.
Let's do it.
You better believe it's judgment day. Some nigga just throw your bumps in the air. Now kill them. Couple like you just don't care. And dig them, creepin', me peepin'. Gotta watch them purple sleepin', put them in deepin'. Gotta me keepin', till me reaching. Gotta get mine every time. Just to be over in 9-9. So nigga get up as a crime. Gotta be more couples dying in the line. To fuckin' with thugs. When I be speaking my drugs. Fucking to got me and my nigga. We're gonna rip them guts and lay your head in blood.
And lay your head in blood.
Dude, Crazy's my favorite. Crazy, his voice and his cadence on how he does things is my favorite.
Yeah, I'm digging him too. So
they always say that, like, Busy, the high pitched guy, was like the front man essentially, or that was everybody's favorite. I always preferred Crazy.
What's funny is that whenever I've heard Bone Thugs talked about, is that Crazy is always the one that I would hear like the most. Like, no, dude, Crazy Bone was doing this or whatever. Yeah. So, and again, it doesn't negate anybody else in the group, but it's like, no, like, I was actually curious as to what he sounded like and what he was gonna do. So
this is a pretty good pocket to like put him in as far as like what he usually sounds like, as far as like his flow and cadence and stuff. So yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, let's do it.
Thinking my good, sucking the got me and my nigga. Working the rhythm that's under your red and blood. Better check yourself next time you test and try to smoke a nigga. Bitch, remember me, killer, me no surrender. Me no surrender.
Oh.
Nigga, me no surrender. Me no
Yeah, baby.
Don't make me put one in ya.
Oh.
Me no surrender.
And then hold on.
Don't make me put one in ya. Me no surrender.
Right back to it.
It's almost got a like a talk box almost kind of sound to it.
I forget what it was that like they were using or doing back then, but yeah, it's just, dude, it just rides it out.
Oh.
So what did you think? Because this is stuff that like when I think about when I think about growing up and driving around with Chrissy and Alan and Jerry and stuff in the Grand Am or the Oldsmobile, like this is the kind of style and sounds and raps and stuff that we would slam in the car and just drive around and listen to for hours.
Well, what's interesting is that hearing the end of that, kind of when all of the accompaniment left and it was just the vocal of No Surrender with that awesome effect over it, it kind of almost gave me an Eiffel 65 kind of sound, which again, Bone Thugs and Eiffel 65 are not the same genre whatsoever.
I know what you mean though.
But in the same hand is that, like, again, I like that stuff. And what's interesting about this is that it now makes me want to go and listen to First of the Month again on my own. I can't react to it because I have listened to it. It's just been a while. But man, this is awesome. I'm really digging it. I don't know if I'll necessarily be bumping this in my car when I'm driving for obvious reasons, but it's one of those where, like, because I'm so white. So it's just, if I pull up, let's say, hey, No Surrender. Again, we are down with that gangster stuff, yo.
Oh, man,
no,
that's great.
It makes me want to know what's in the rest of their discography, especially, some of their softer songs and, just when they're all, coming in together and doing multiple layers and doing things. It's just, I think that the one thing that people either misinterpret or just miss completely with Bone Thugs is that there is an incredible amount of vocal talent that is in this group.
Agreed.
And it's just, people kind of put it in that, category, and I don't want to say everybody because that's a platitude, but there's a lot of people that could look at this band this artist, this group of people, and just be like, man, they're just rap, it's like they're nothing special, and it's like, no, man, like there's thought to this, there's structure, it's interesting to me to see just how everything comes together for this. So I want more.
And this is also like very early in their career. Like think about when like as they've gone on and were in the industry more and did more albums. Like I feel like they honed in more. Yeah. To that sound, so it's weird. Like it just became more polished.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm so glad you enjoyed this, man.
We actually, to be completely honest with everybody, was that we talked about this for a couple of weeks, and finally it was just like, you know what? No, it's time to do this. We both want to do this. So selfishly on both of our ends, it was like, let's just enjoy this and see how it does. So, I'm glad you liked it. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. I want to see him go through more. So remember, Bone Thugs over mumble rap any day. And if you liked what you saw, you know what to do. Hit the like button and subscribe. That way you never miss an upload. And watch us two idiots react to stuff. Comment down below if you want to see anything else. We'll get to it as soon as we can, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Adios.